One of the most profound things I've learned in my life is that it's actually not about my hair at all. I've spent a lifetime trying to cover up who I am. And as much as I love a good external transformation, and I do, I much more love a heart transformation. Join me as I share how I work to heal my heart, find happiness, and embrace our hair. Hey guys, welcome back to It's Not About Your Hair, where we talk all things hair, heart, and happiness. So glad to have you here. It's so fun. Today, I'm going to talk about something that recently happened and something I kind of gave into, and then a lesson I relearned. So here's the topic. Rejection is protection. So this is something, if you're at home, if you're driving, if you're watching this, if you're listening, let's just say it after me. Rejection is protection. Let that sink in. So rejection, absolutely 110% has been historically my biggest fear. I do not want to be rejected. And I lived in resistance to that rejection. I let that rejection speak to my life and create this narrative that people don't like me and that I have to shape shift in order to have people like me, and that I'm not good enough as myself. Therefore, I need to continually morph to be something that people will like. Lie from the pit of hell. Lie, you guys. Listen, this podcast, we're practicing our authentic journey. From glory to glory. We're moving from one stage of life to the next. And no matter how old we are or where we're at, we should be evolving, right? And often we do try to fit in. It's kind of the biggest thing. And rejection hurts. It hurts so much. So whether you're rejected when you were young in your parental situation, still being rejected, whether it's at work, whether you're a teenager or an adult in the workplace. I mean, bullies are out there, god dang it, and they're running rampant. And this is the thing about bullies. So I'm going to give you the example of my current life. So on social media, the cool thing about getting a lot of followers is that you help a lot of people. Literally, my god dang life's work is that we look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, masterpiece. Doesn't mean that every day we look like we want to. Maybe you look like a Picasso, all messed up and googly, but you are still a masterpiece. And so when you get a lot of followers on the interweb, especially if something goes viral, so viral is supposed to mean really good, but viral means that they show your stuff to a bunch of people, and the bunch of people are kind of nasty. I don't know, not all of you, some of you. And I recently had some meanie weenies on my social media, and it happens from time to time. 90% of the time, it really doesn't happen to me, and it's the fear of why people won't put themselves out there. But say it with me: rejection is protection. So I had a couple of oldie ladies, like my mom's age, say mean stuff about me on the internet. One said I look like Raggedy Ann. I'm holding on to it. I'm letting it go, but I think the story's so important, you guys. And the other one said that I was the one who needed a makeover and he needed to shut up. And there were over 300 comments on that particular post, and all of them were so nice. But why did I focus on that? And here's what I have learned about focusing on the negative is it lowers your energy. So this isn't new age. Slow down when I tell you this. We are all energy. We are all a frequency. I've talked about this before. People with bad juju can suck the life out of you. That's why you try to avoid them. So when that happened to me, it caught me in a moment of weakness. I screenshotted it and shared it on my Facebook, probably because somewhere inside of me, I was searching for validation. I didn't stop long enough to let it just kind of roll past me and focus on the gratitude. So what could have happened is I could have read those comments and been like, dang, that's rude. Those people must be hurting. Dang, that's rude. I'm glad they found my page. Maybe it'll inspire them. I could have blocked them. I could have left it. But then I proceeded to rabbit trail. And you know what's interesting about this is how I know we attract like-minded people, whether through our energy. Like I said, 300 and some positive comments. There was the most likes on my page, like 17 likes, to the mean person. To the mean person. 17 people scrolled through my comments enough to read that and like it. And that is like, how does negative attract negative? But here's the thing, you guys, 300 people, there was like tons of other comments that attracted kindness. We get to choose what we want to, but we have to not bring ourselves down to that, because then we become that in which we do not like. We become that which in which we do not like. So when someone is rejecting us, instead of us putting all of our energy into why don't you like me and then trying to shapeshift to make them like us, we have to realize that that's a protection, that that's someone that's not for us. There is never going to be a time in this life that everybody likes us. And when someone leaves us or makes it very clear that they don't like us, that's so much easier for us to move on. These are signs that it's time to move on. I know that that's really hard. I'm also reading the Mel Robbins' Let Them. If you haven't read that, you should read them. And what I loved about Let Them is that can sound kind of condescending. And I've heard a lot of people say it that haven't read the book, and they say it a little bit even snitchy like that. Well, let them. But if your body language and posture is a shake of the head and a nastiness of your attitude, she goes into let me. So in situations that we can't control, I can let them say that about me and let me respond with the energy that I want to put into the world, the love that I want to put into the world. So either I can block, delete, I can comment back and just say, hey, private message on that, hurt my feelings, rude. I can ignore it altogether and just move on. I can focus on the people that have said beautiful things and comment on those. I can raise the place that I want to be, or I can totally get off the internet if it bothers me that bad. But what I can't do is expect that I'm going to change them. I have to let them, and I have to let me continue to be the type of person I want to be and attract the type of people I want to be. See, so when I posted that, screenshotted it and posted it on my Facebook, so many people validated me. I felt a little yicky afterwards, like I was searching for that. And again, I think subconsciously I probably was, if I'm honest. 2 comments wiped away hundreds of thousands of kindnesses that you guys have shared. It wiped away that my clients feel beautiful when they leave my chair. It wiped away the good that we're doing when we walk past someone on the sidewalk that never gets seen. It wiped away the magical moments you have with a friend where you encourage them. And we have to just really make sure that we don't allow rejection to drop us down. We have to thank God for his protection in our lives. And then let me pray for those people. Let me spread more kindness. Let me focus on the gift of this life. How lucky are we that we get to live out a life where we can choose goodness and kindness in the world? Rejection is protection. You are always given the opportunity of how you want to be. And sometimes you'll fail like I did, and you'll raise low and you'll block, delete, you'll look for other people to validate you. But the truth of the matter is, you guys, when we know that we are so darn special, as we talked about in every episode, and that we're worthy of love, maybe those things hurt, but they don't stick. You got to have your armor on. The full armor of God says, that we got the breastplate of righteousness, like just no weapon formed against me can prosper kind of thing. When you have a knowing for yourself and others, then you can see when people are hurt. I wonder why they said that. And if you feel good enough, you can dive in deep. I've dived in really deep this week, and I had an opportunity to dive in deep with someone that hurt my feelings. And when I was able to do that with authenticity and vulnerability and really forgiveness and a heart to wonder what was going on with them, in one weekend, that person's heart shifted. And instead of me allowing their what seemed like bulliness, rejection, to snub my light. And at first it did. I got a little sticky. But I quickly turned it around and prayed about it. And by the end of the weekend, there was so many beautiful conversations had around how that person was hurting. So you're not always going to be at that stage in life where it's your job to dive in and be like, listen, what's going on, bully? But maybe you are. And I'll tell you what, it strengthened my faith in humanity and reminded me that hurt people hurt people. This is a short episode, but it was a good one. Remember, rejection is protection. You are being protected. You draw onto you the type of people that you want to be around. You have the choice. Don't go low when the opportunity is there to go high. Remember today, if you're having a hard day, tomorrow is a new day, that you're worthy of love, that you're awesome. I'd love for you to subscribe, share it with a friend who thinks that they're being bullied, and remind them that they're being built. I guess this is where I ask you to subscribe to my channel, to follow me on social, and to listen wherever podcasts can be found. And join me every Tuesday at 2 as we unpack how to heal your hair, your heart, and your happiness.